Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, welcome to episode number 142 of Business Behind the Scene. I'm just back from an amazing holiday. It was great to go to the Maldives. We had a mother sheep. So the mother sheep will take us out to the ocean. We went for all the atolls in Maldives. It was just absolutely amazing. But one of the most amazing things that a whale shark came and visited us on the boat. The tour guide was just incredible and just organized this most amazing, literally once in a lifetime opportunity, and it was amazing. So this massive whale shark, literally as long as the width of the boat, and it came with us, and many people went and swim with it. I just sat there and just, oh my gosh, the energy from that amazing whale, it was just incredible. And that was one of the things. The other thing that happened is that we had 60 plus dolphins coming and see us when we went on the little dinghy, and they were swimming with us. They were right in front of the boat. It was just magical. I honestly felt pure bliss. It was just one of the most amazing moments actually in my entire life. It was so amazing. So anyway, that is what it is. And a lot of you were messaging me going, how are you on holiday and your social media did not stop? How did you get so organized? My answer is always my virtual assistants. We have a system in place, we have procedures in place, and we work together to make sure that we don't react to the business, but we actually plan things in time. So there's no stress. We want a stress-free business. Can we have a stress-free business? Yes, you can, with the help of a virtual assistant. But also, we want to watch the expectation. When people hear me say, my virtual assistant do this, my virtual assistant do that, my virtual assistant are led by me. I tell them what to do. I create procedures and systems and things in place for them to then follow. And then I keep, for the last 7 years, right, I keep on top of it. And if they make a mistake, I'll address it and I adjust it and I help them understand why and what happened. And then we tweak it and then not one happen again. But what I'm seeing is that a lot of business owners are expecting a virtual assistant to come into the business and be their boss. No, you're the boss. You're the boss. You're the leader. You're the CEO. You're the one that meant to supervise, manage, and double check. Obviously, as part of our service, we have a supervisor to be a middleman between you and the virtual assistant to make sure that there's no communication issues or no if the virtual assistant doesn't understand, they have that extra support of our supervisor, which is beautiful. But still, you are the manager. You are the person that needs to deal with the virtual assistant, and you need to teach them, and you need to be patient. So today, I really want to talk to you guys about that, right? I have amazing virtual assistants, and they have been with me over 7 years, and that means that I have trained them consistently in what I want. And I just wanted to tell you as well, I have Australians working for me, and it's the same thing. You still need to teach them and coach them and monitor what they do, and still need to understand if you are in the same direction, if you understand the same thing. There's nobody. I've hired over 25 people in Australia in the last 7 years, right? I've paid over $2 million in wages in the last 7 years. So just so you know, I have tried and tested both worlds, the virtual assistant working from the Philippines and Australians working for me, or, people in this country. So what's the difference? None. Nobody is ever and will ever jump into my business and next minute know how to run everything the way I wanted to run, the way I was thinking, right? Yes, there has been the people that have brought value to the business, but that is after I've taught them, trained them, teach them everything about what we do, how we do it, what I stand for, my values, my principles, everything. And so I just wanted to remind everybody that is thinking about hiring a virtual assistant, or you have staff members just be gentle. They're people, they're humans. They need to have time to adjust, to understand what you are about, what's going on in the business. They need to feel you and understand you before they can bring value, right? So the patience is number one. So we want to do a little bit of a few reminders for all of you. We want you, instead of correct your VA, we want you to actually correct your communication. Because most of the time, as leaders, when a virtual assistant makes a mistake, it actually starts from us. And I'm not saying that, like, it's never their fault. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is it's always 50-50. So if they make a mistake, I usually ask myself, how did I not how could I have communicated better? Did I pass the task with all the information this person needed? Did I kept some information, obviously subconsciously, from the virtual assistant, so I set them up for failure rather than for success? How could I have better delegated this task? I just ask this question to myself, not because I think they're perfect and I'm not, but because I want to build a long-term relationship with my virtual assistant. By the way, one of my VAs said the other day, Tina said the other day, I'm Francesca's longest relationship. True story, by the way. Oh, so funny. So it's not true that I'm not good at relationships, see? But the thing is, you wanna work on your communication so that you can be the best CEO you can, right? You can work on that, you can manage that. And then obviously sometimes, we're not right fit with the virtual assistant, which is also normal, right? It's also normal. I have many, many, many virtual assistants that we tried out and it didn't work. That is totally fine. It's part of the process, part of hiring. Have you ever hired people in Australia or did interview with people here in Australia, and sometimes you go through 5, 6, 10 candidates before you find the right person. So it's normal for us to test and measure and find the person that is a great fit for you. Most of the time we nail it, but sometimes it happens that you have to tweak and change a little bit, right? Now, the other thing that leaders usually focus on is to build an empire. I say, instead of building an empire, let's just focus on building a legacy. Create a legacy that is going to stay even when you're not there. This is the type of business that I've been wanted to do, and I'm super excited because we have done it. We have created a business that truly runs by itself, and it has been so amazing. And that's because the virtual assistant are feeling part of this, and they're actually working on this as if it was their baby, and which is so, so, so good. Number 3, instead of creating boundaries and making sure that you keep your virtual assistant further away from you so that they cannot, I don't know, annoy you, touch you, or whatever that is, we want to make sure that we create relationships. These virtual assistants are my rock. They have created such an abundant life for me, and thank goodness I was able to create that for them. So it's been such a beautiful win-win situation, but all of us very committed to the relationship. We want to make sure that the virtual assistants stay forever. We want to make sure that everything runs smoothly. We want to make sure that they feel I trust them, and vice versa. I want to trust them and they trust me. And it's so important for the relationship to continue, is to build that relationship. Work out every day on appreciating your virtual assistant, on give them praise, honestly, only if they're real, but also give them constructive feedback, right? Make sure that you help them grow. My virtual assistants are now all like me. Like, our biggest value is growth. It was never like that. When they first joined, growth wasn't a thing for them. But then I have continually give them that a possibility to grow, to learn, to change. That I love the fact that now they love that. They adore growing, and it makes me so happy. One other thing that people say is, remember to make money. Money is the most important thing. And I say, look, remember to follow your passion. Like, I just went to the Maldives and I had the best holiday, right? And I thought, my clients need that. And I love bringing people together. So how about I'm going to be doing that? So now once a year, I'm going to be taking people to a Maldives tour. It's going to be a retreat. It's going to be an abundance retreat. We're going to be able to work on your mindset, manifest CEO that you always wanted to be, and really align your finances with the reality. Make sure that we actually gonna go there to manifest the finances that you always wanted. That's gonna be so amazing. I'm just so excited. So I'm allowing everything I do is always following my passion, and then the money will always come. I have created amazing beliefs around that. On money is there. I never have to worry about money again. Money is always there. There's more than what I need, and I'm just okay. It's just always going to be okay. And so having that belief, and I never used to have that belief. I had to work on that belief, and that's what we're going to do in the Maldives. But one of the most important things I want to remind everybody is to follow your passion. Don't just follow the money. The money will come if you are aligned to your passion. This is what I wanted to share with you guys today, remembering that we are the CEO of the business. We are the ones that need to bring that awareness to our virtual assistant, be present, be there with them, and making sure that we have, their back. Absolutely. That's what we want to do. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening. And I look forward to see you in one of my future events. We have a virtual assistant masterclass coming up. I would love for you to join us, and I'm going to show you and teach you everything I know about virtual assistant, everything I learned in the last few years. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching, and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.